So you're going to use size in your self-portrait to make it look more like you. So what I mean by that is the size of the things on your face. If you want to draw a cartoon, you can draw the eyes as big as you want. But if you want to draw a self-portrait that looks more like you're going to have to use size to help you. And another way to call size on a face is called proportion. And we look at human proportion to kind of gauge the size of what we draw on our face. There's some general things that a lot of people have in common. So I'm going to go over some different exercises so you can learn about where things are on your face and how big they are. So first, I'd like you to make sure you have your hands ready, and you're going to feel from the top of your head to the bottom of your chin. And now, what do you feel on the top of your head? You feel your hair, right? So a lot of portraits or cartoons that start out have a big round head, and then the hair starts way up here. Now, that would mean I was bald all the way here. Some people are, but I don't think you are. So what you're going to do is draw hair on the top of your head, but actually inside that oval that you draw. Another thing, halfway down your face, between the bottom of your chin and the very top of your head, are your eyes. Believe it or not. People think the eyes are much higher because they are the top thing on our face, their top feature, but they're halfway from the very top of our head. Some people are different. Everyone's different. So it's not going to be exact, but that's a general rule. So halfway from the top. Now your nose, between your eyes and your chin, the bottom of your nose is about halfway. If you keep going, between your nose and your chin, your lips are about halfway. You can feel, if you go down from the middle of your eyes, the corners of your lips. So that's how you can measure how wide to make your mouth. A lot of people make big, giant smiles, and our mouths are actually a little bit more narrow or skinny than you'd think. Another thing is your neck. If you feel from your ears down to your neck, the side of your head to your neck only gets a little bit smaller. A lot of people will draw a long, skinny neck, and it's not super tall. It's got to be strong to hold up that head. So first you want to set up your space. If you don't have a desk, you could use a mirror in a bedroom, or even sit on the floor and use a mirror in the bathroom. Now I'm going to draw the head. I want to draw it big enough on the paper so I have room for the details. I like to draw an oval shape with sort of a pointed end for the chin, but everybody has a different shaped head and you can change that. Now you're going to be drawing 2 vertical lines going straight down for your neck. Remember, you don't want those lines too long, and you also don't want them too close together. You don't want that neck to be too skinny. You can connect the bottom of those lines with a wide U smile shape or a V for a shirt. Remember, your shoulders are wider than you think. So I start it where that U touches that vertical line, the shirt and the neck, and then I draw a straight line kind of curving down at the end. So now you're going to draw your facial features. First, the eyes. Remember, they're halfway from the top of your head to the bottom of your chin. I like to draw a super light line. Remember, you have to erase it to find where they are. You can fit, on average, one of your eyes in between your eyes. So that's how I like to space them out. I think that light line in the middle also helps to draw the shape of your eyes. It's kind of like a rainbow shape and then a smile shape, or you could call it a football shape or almond shaped eye. I think eyes are tough to draw, so it's great to practice. Remember, you have eyelids on the top and bottom. You also have round parts in your eyes, 2 of them. The colored part is called the iris, and the black part is called the pupil. Don't forget your eyebrows. So now on to the nose. Remember, it's halfway between your eyes and your chin and right in the middle of your face. I like to start with a small letter U or smile shape. And then I'm going to draw 2 dots on the end. Those are for your nostrils. Don't draw them too big. And then you're going to also kind of draw like the letter C going around that dot on both sides. So sort of a C on the left and then a backward C on the right side. And you can also draw 2 lines going up to show that your nose goes up higher on your face. You can always go back and change it to make it look more like your nose, or you could draw your nose a completely different way if you don't like the way I'm showing you. You are all different artists, and I can't wait to see what you create in your own ways. Now you're going to draw your mouth. Remember, it's between your nose and your chin. It's also as wide as the middle of your eyes. So that's how you can find that out. So first, I like to measure that by going down, and I do it just a tiny dot because you have to erase it. And then I do a little smile, just sort of like a flat smile line. You can always go back and change these details, which I definitely do. Now I draw a little V. If you look close in the mirror, you might have one of those on your lips. I draw a straight line, diagonal, connecting to the corner of the lip from that V. And on the bottom, I add my bottom lip with another U. Now for the ears. They start at the corners of your eyes, the tops, and the bottoms line up with the bottom of your nose usually, depending on how big your ears are. And then I just draw sort of a curved line, wider and then getting smaller towards the bottom. Finally, we need to add the hairline. So what I like to do is I draw sort of a rainbow line, is what I call it, from that where that ear starts all the way over the forehead and have it go back and connect to the other ear. I always draw lightly so I can go back and erase when I need to. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to draw my hair. I had a video of other hair, but it got deleted. But you can basically look in the mirror. If you have bangs, you'll draw those straight lines coming down. It's pencil, so you can always erase and change it. And in a minute, I'm going to really change mine. Looking in the mirror, erasing, and drawing more. So this is what I've done for now. As you can see, it's changed a lot, but a lot of the things that we went over are the same. So I'm going to go over that quickly. The face, the eyes are still about halfway down. I realized that my eyes were a little smaller than I originally drew it, and that my hairline was a little bit taller. So when I looked at my forehead, I made that a little bit bigger, and I moved my eyes a little bit closer together just based on what they looked like in the mirror. Then my nose is still about halfway between my eyes and my chin. I just had to realize I had to make it a lot more narrow than the original drawing. Same thing with the lips. I just focused more on the shape of them. They weren't quite as low. Mine were closer to my nose. I had more of a chin there, so I moved them up and then changed the shape a little bit by looking carefully at what they looked like in the mirror. Same thing with the neck, just changed the shape just slightly. I looked carefully at the shape of my face and slightly changed that oval to a little bit more of a kind of rectangular curved shape here. Updated the eyebrows, looked in the mirror closely at the hair and realized I had a lot more, and didn't put in details, but got some of the shape by following strands as they went down. Add some detail for my shirt. I haven't really shaded much, just a couple spots that I saw were dark, and it kind of makes it look a little bit more like me. I'd say it's definitely not my best self-portrait. I haven't practiced in a while though, so I think it's pretty good, and if I kept going with it, I can make it even better, and I could keep practicing and get better at self-portraits. So I decided I wasn't 100% happy with that portrait, and I figured I could do more on the same picture. So I went back in, I started adding darker values, darker colors where things were darker, and then shading by rubbing my finger to smudge it. And that helped a lot. But I realized I still wasn't done. So I decided to go back in one last time. I added some darker values under my chin, that darker pencil. I fixed up my lips so I didn't look so grumpy. I fixed my nose a little bit more, added some more shadows to my face where I saw the dark values. I tried to make my eyes a little bit more even and the shape of my eyes, but it's very hard to do that, so just do your best. I added more detail to my eyebrows and my hair, but I'm still not 100% happy, and that is okay. That often happens with self-portraits because they're so hard. All I expect is that you do your best. I've had a lot of practice with this, and I'm still not making the drawings I'd like to do, so I know that I need even more practice, and that is completely okay. The whole point is to learn and have fun. I can't wait to see what you create.